I think this will do. Hey guys, Alicia here with the Earthy Girl Experience. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully the sound is okay. I couldn't find my microphone before deciding to do this, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna roll with this. You know, I move however spirit tells me to move. So you'll probably notice that the background is different. I am actually in my bathroom, or what I like to consider or call my dressing room. And so I like to kind of decorate it as such to make me feel good. The bathroom it's where you come to cleanse yourself, and it's also where you come to do healing. And so I like to create the environment to make me feel good, really tap into my feminine energy. And so I wanted to, film from my dressing room because I wanted to give you guys a different take on the content that I will be creating on the Earthy Girl Experience. You probably noticed that I got a lot of tarot on the channel, and that's just a piece of the Earthy Girl Experience, who I am in essence. That's just a small fragment of who Alicia is in terms of my experience here on planet Earth. Well, pardon me, let me take a sip real quick and let me cleanse my throat chakra, okay? Shout out to all the Capricorns out there. So the reason that I wanted to film from my dressing room is because I just washed my hair. And so I thought this was a great opportunity to talk about the crown chakra. So this is kind of like a get ready with me, if you want to call it that, but we're going to be talking about the crown chakra and the gifts and talents of those who work within the realms of the crown chakra. And that would be barbers cut hair, beauticians, stylists. They manipulate your antennas, which is what I like to refer to as your hair. Your hair is an antenna regardless if it's straight or if it's pulled, because they are an extension of the nervous system. They are attached to a nerve inside of your scalp. I felt like this was the perfect time to have this conversation about the crown chakra. I'm actually going to probably oil my scalp, and I'll probably just end up tying it up for right now because I am still a mom at the end of the day, so I've got to run errands, so I still have responsibilities, but I do plan on coming back and perhaps, doing a style to my locks. Those of you who have watched tarot videos, then you probably have noticed that I have locks, and so scientific level, they really are antennas. And so I love my locks. I've been growing them for 6 years. So people ask me why I lock my hair, and it was out of convenience originally, and I've always resonated with locks. So I've always thought they were very regal. I love seeing individuals with locks, so it was something I always desired to do to my hair. But when I finally got the nerve to lock my hair, I started with really small locks in my hair, and then I went through that whole process of them growing out, being fuzzy, being disobedient, and then finally locking up and becoming mature and whatnot. I feel like it connects me more to my ancestors that were from Africa, and that's a whole other topic of discussion, because I've actually done the DNA sample as well that I'll talk about in another video. Having the percentages in terms of DNA is cool. It's nice to have some nice scientific data to have. I feel like my locks connect me to my African roots, and so that was the other connection that I had with wanting to get locks, and they were convenient. As far as being able to just kind of get up and go, I mean, they still require maintenance, but they still allow me to be able to get up and go whenever I don't have time to do my hair, and I still feel like I look presentable, especially once they really start to get a lot longer and come into their own personality. And I feel like locks on different people have different personalities. But nevertheless, I washed my hair, and I was about to oil it really quickly and then tie it up before I left to go run errands. But I wanted to come on here and and talk about the crown chakra and why I feel like taking care of the crown chakra on a physical level is really important. And also, let me not forget that I feel like surgeons who work on the brain specifically, they are definitely working with the crown chakra on a deeper level. It's who work on the brain, as well as beauticians and hairstylists. I feel like those two careers definitely work exclusively with the crown chakra. And so kudos to you guys that work in that career field. Those of you who are beauticians and barbers, shout out to you guys. I've got lots of beauticians and barbers in my own family. And so I, give a lot of honor and respect to all of the beauticians and barbers out there, even the ones that are not licensed yet. I consider myself to be a kitchen beautician myself, but that is something that I will manifest one day. Myself, along with all of my other family members who are also beauticians and barbers, we all just kind of had a natural ability to work with the hair. I was also told that I was possibly related to Madam C.J. Walker. I heard this as one of those kind of like family stories growing up as a kid, and so that would be cool one day to actually find out if I'm related to Madam C.J. Walker. That would be so cool. I digress again. With the crown chakra, we're going through that process of trying to heal and open our crown chakra. The important part of that is maintaining your actual hair and your antennas, making sure that you cleanse it properly, you oil your plant. And I always tell people that we're plants. As human beings, as light beings on the planet, we are an extension of the universe. So we are plants, just like the plants on the earth. So, when you think about a plant, you fertilize that plant every now and again, right? Whether you use a fertilizer that you've made organically or if you use a store-bought, wherever you are in your life. But you fertilize that plant. And so when I look at oiling the scalp, I also look at it as fertilizing the plant. And so making sure that you do that as well, and try to stick with natural oils as much as you possibly can. But if you're not at that place in your life, I totally understand and I get it. Work with what you have. But definitely cleansing the hair is very important with maintaining and keeping the crown chakra balanced and healed. And then also, just making sure that, and I have nothing against people who dye their hair. I used to dye my hair quite often, a lot, but I choose not to dye my hair anymore. But I always feel like that when you dye your hair, you are interfering with the antennas. You are interfering with the connection to source energy. So I always feel like when you dye your hair, you block that. But again, I have nothing against people who dye their hair because I used to dye my hair a lot. And if that's where you are in your life and you choose to do that, then kudos to you. All right. But I choose not to dye my hair. I feel like that is a great way to keep the crown chakra balanced and open, as well as not putting artificial dyes in your hair. Now, if you are able to make a natural dye and put the natural dye in your hair that's made directly out of things from the earth, then I think that is a safer way to go if you want to dye your hair. Me personally, taking from the earth, putting into your body, but then also making sure that you put back into the earth. So if it's a natural dye, then I think you'll definitely be safe when it comes to balancing and maintaining the crown chakra. I just wanted to talk about that because I think that I like to make connections to things, and I think when it comes to people understanding chakras, it's also imperative that when we understand the things that we can physically do to balance that particular chakra. So when it comes to the crown chakra, definitely keeping it cleansed, as pure as possible, making sure to be mindful also of who you allow to manipulate and touch your hair, as far as your barber and your stylist that you have to do your hair. And this is not to take away from barbers and beauticians clients. I'm not doing that. I don't want you guys to be looking at side-eyeing your beautician barber, but at the same time, you definitely should be mindful of who you allow to manipulate your hair. And so I would recommend personally, and this is just me speaking energetically, for those of you who are beauticians and barbers, to just make sure that you're keeping your chakras cleansed and you're maintaining a balanced life as well, because you're utilizing your hands and you are manipulating the crown chakra, and you have chakras in your hands as well. So each finger, it serves a purpose, so just making sure that you're keeping yourself balanced, but also making sure you're taking care of the chakras in your hands and that you're keeping them balanced. It's like how they say that magicians use their hands to create magic. That is what a barber and a stylist does. They're using their hands to create magic on the crown chakra of that individual in the physical form. So, you know, barbers and beauticians, make sure you guys keep yourself, you know, your hands, your chakras in your hands balanced, and not only your main chakras, but the chakras in your hands balanced. Please make sure you're doing that, because you're taking your energy and putting it directly on chakra. And also with barbers and beauticians, when you're in that position, you are kind of like that messenger. You are serving as that messenger. If you think about the conversations that happen in barbers and beauty shops, the kind of form of energy exchange that happens via the throat chakra, the barber shops and the beauty salons are very much sacral and throat and crown chakra activation, because you have the creativity happening inside of the beauty salon and the barber shop, and then you've got the throat chakra activated from the stories and the conversations that take place, and then of course you have the manipulation of the crown chakra from the barber or the beautician manipulating and utilizing their hands to manipulate the crown chakra on a physical level there. So very much crown, throat, and sacral chakra action that's happening in a beauty salon and barbershop. And also, get your hair done and you see yourself in the mirror and you look good, you feel good, and that confidence level goes up. So then you're activating the solar plexus chakra as well. So I just wanted to touch on that. I know I tend to ramble. Forgive me if I do sometimes, and I venture off into different areas, but I'll always find my way back to the conversation at hand to make it full circle. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about the importance of the crown chakra and maintaining that through just making sure that you not only meditate on the frequency, eat the foods that support the crown chakra, but then also making sure that you're taking care of your physical crown, both feminine and masculine energies. Make cleansing your scalp, then putting some oils into your scalp, because underneath that, it's called a scalp, but it's still your skin at the end of the day. And just like you have to oil your skin, just like you have to oil your skin, you have to oil the skin under your hair. So just making sure that you do that, and then making sure that the way that you choose to manipulate your antennas, that you do so in a way that still gives honor to your antennas, which is your connection to source. Your nervous system is the biggest connection that you have to source. So yeah. So I'm going to be taking my hair down, and I'm just going to oil my scalp really quickly. Then I'm going to put it up into like an updo so that I can get ready to leave and run some errands. But I really hope that the conversation I just had right now was beneficial to you guys. I did also want to say, when I touch on the topic of surgeons as well, because I don't want to leave you guys out of it. When it comes to surgeon, you work with the crown chakra on a deeper level. A lot of times you're cutting into the actual scalp. So I feel like as a brain surgeon, it is very important that you keep yourself balanced. Shout out to all the brain surgeons out there. Make sure you guys are keeping yourself balanced. Same thing, keep your hand chakras balanced. Make sure you keep yourself balanced, because as you're operating on that patient, you're still connected to source, and source is guiding you in that moment when you are performing that surgery. And you're manipulating their crown chakra by performing brain surgery. So shout out to the brain surgeons out there. If you're a brain surgeon or you know someone who's a brain surgeon, comment below with a white heart. Now, the white heart to me represents the crown chakra. So find a little white heart emoji in your phone And put a white heart at the bottom if you know someone who's a brain surgeon or you're a brain surgeon yourself. Drop some scissors in the comments to represent you as a barber or a hairstylist or a white heart. So the people who work with the crown chakra on a daily basis as part of their actual career. The moms who manipulate and work with their daughters or even sons, you know, if their hair's locked up or braided up, work with their children's crown chakras all the time. Same for you guys. Make sure you keep yourself balanced because you're manipulating and working with your children's crown chakra. And their chakras are still forming and developing, just like ours is still constantly moving and changing. So I am just going to be taking my hair down here. I just cleansed it. I'm just going to put some oil on my scalp and just massage it in. And then when I tie my hair up before I go out, I give my body heat, my natural body heat, the opportunity to kind of warm up underneath the scarf. And then later I'll come back, maybe do a hairstyle or something with my locks while they're still damp. I may curl them or do something like that. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see what the final product ends up being. Hey guys, so I'm back. Just had to make some readjustments real quick, okay? Now that I've just, slicked my little baby hairs down in the front, I'm just gonna take my hair and I'm just going to tie it up. So I'm actually gonna flip it over because my locks are pretty long. I'm just gonna flip it over and I'm gonna tie my hair up and then I'm gonna wrap it up and then we're gonna be on our way because I got errands to run, okay? So. I'm just going to be taking the scarf and draping it over the back of my head so you can see that I've made like a little messy bun here. And so I'm just going to be doing just a basic tie around my hair. So like I said, I'm going to be covering all of my hair. I'm not leaving any hair out. Then just spray some of the oil into my scalp, and I want to let it, penetrate, and I want to let my body heat kind of warm it up. I didn't spray my locks because I don't want to put oil on my locks right now because, again, I'm going to be coming back and actually styling my hair later, and so, I might use some of this. I might use a little bit of the spray oil then, we'll see. But I don't want it to weigh my curls down anyway. When I do come back later and actually style my crown. So I'm just going to just do a basic tie around my hair. Now, I could take it to the back like that. Adjust. I have some pieces in the back here, and I'm just going to tuck. So I kind of feel like this turned into a hair tie tutorial. But for those of your locks is not as long, you can, if you can get your locks up into a small, just kind of like a little small bun, you can always take another scarf and you can put your hair in a small bun and you can use another scarf to kind of wrap around it and create more of the height if you have locks and you want to create this look. That's it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of rock it like this. I chose the green scarf because time of filming this, it's actually Wednesday is Heart Chakra Day, the day of communication also. We also communicate from our heart space as well. or try to at least incorporate the colors to match the current chakra day as much as I possibly can. I feel like it does help with balancing the chakra by just wearing the colors, and of course also eating the colors too. So since today is heart chakra day, I put some a green scarf on my head so that I can give love to my crown chakra on the day of communication, but also giving and communicating from my heart by sharing, exchanging energy with you all and sharing my thoughts on the importance of those particular positions when it comes to working with the crown chakra. And while I feel like those jobs are needed and very much a sacred career and position to have, you are literally serving as a messenger. You are working with someone else's crown chakra, then you are also connected to source yourself, so the energy is coming through you, flowing through your crown chakra, out of your throat chakra, and into their crown chakra whenever you are standing behind them and manipulating their crown chakra. You guys serve a very significant and a very sacred role in the community. If no one else has ever told you, I'm here to tell you that. So make sure you keep yourselves balanced as much as possible, because you're feeding into someone else's crown chakra. To my moms, make sure that you guys are keeping balance. You are manipulating your child's crown chakra. And those are usually the times those sacred conversations happen between feminine energy and the child. The office, you're planting seeds into your child's crown chakra. Make sure that you are communicating from a balanced space, and that you are also speaking and communicating not from your crown chakra, but also speaking from your heart chakra as well, moms. Okay? So that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this different little take. I guess you can call it a get ready with me. I'm always ready. Even if I don't look ready, I'm always ready. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'd love to hear your feedback for those of you who work in that industry, on what your thoughts are working in that career field, and how you feel like you influence people's crown chakras, other than making them feel beautiful. But how do you feel like you are implanting those seeds into those people whose crown chakras you are manipulating on a daily basis? Okay? I love you guys for watching. Cheers. And yeah, until next time. Bye now.